In today's video, we are not going to talk about AI or some new tools. My main goal in this channel is to create content that help you grow in life, in business, career. So I decided during the week, we talk about AI, we talk about new tools, we talk about sometimes marketing strategies, right? And I thought that maybe it's a good idea that we talk about some self-development stuff at the end of the week, like Saturday and Friday and Saturday. The reason is because we also, as we learn new things, new strategies, new tools that can help us grow in our business, we also need to have the right mindset. We also need to think correctly, making the right decisions. All of these have positive effect for us to grow and get to our goals. That's why I decided that I am doing my best to keep this with this schedule that every day we have a new video. And at the end of the week, almost weekend, we can say, Friday and Saturday, we would have videos on mindset, on the right strategies, the right things that we have to do in our life or in our business. Now, I get these tips and strategies and mindsets from mentors, from books. It all started back in 2015 when I got my first mentor, Lopez. I was learning from him for 2 years straight, going to his courses, online classes, and I learned a lot. And most of my success in business came from those classes. And I also learned to read books, and I learned some of the things that I know from those books. Of course, I had another mentor last year. For 9 months, I was learning from Dan Lok, which also helped me a lot. And I thought it's a great idea to share the best or the gold nugget of the things that I have learned from these great mentors and the books and all the mistakes that I have made, all the things that I have experienced. I just package them, divide each good part of it into a video, and have we talk about it during weekend, right? So this is our first video on this topic, and I tend to keep this on weekends. So let's begin. There are many things that we can talk about that are very simple, but also are very effective in our lives or in our business, which most people just get it wrong. One of the important things that I was thinking today and I wanted to talk about is that when we start to do something, by default, this is what we have learned, this is what we have seen from our family, this is what we have seen from our society, that whatever we are going to do, when we start something new, we expect success. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I will be successful in 3 months. Oh, I have this idea, it's game changer. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get to this specific goal, I'm gonna make that much money, and so on, right? This is our expectation. But in reality, this doesn't happen. Why? Because failure is also part of this path. So if we want to get to a success point, if we want to get to our goal, in the middle of the way, we have to visit failure several times. And this is normal. This is something that in society they didn't tell us. In the school they didn't teach us that, hey, whatever you're gonna do, probably there's a high chance that you will be failed, right? But if you accept failure and let it go, well, that project is closed and you have failed, which we don't want that. We want you to get to your goal, right? So I'm not telling you to aim for failure, right? I'm saying there's a high chance that you will visit failure. And I want you to be ready. Because when we are not ready, when we do something and we fail, we get discouraged. We say, all right, maybe this is not for me, right? This field is not for me. I'm not good at it. Or others are making money out of this. Probably I'm not. I'm not going to, right? So I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna go for something else, right? This is not the correct path, right? So I want you to look at it like a puzzle, right? Whenever you do something and you fail, I want you to just separate your emotions, just let the emotions step aside, and just look at the issue or the project that you have and try to find the problems. Oh, you failed, right? There must be some problem there. There must be some reason that you failed. Let's look for the reasons. It happened for me a lot. For example, in 2016, I started to create online courses. I created my first course. It took me 4 months, and my idea was that, all right, I'm going to create my first course, and I knew a lot. I'm going to teach a great course. And I was expecting that I'm going to make $400, $500, $600 per month right from the first course. This was my expectation. But when I got there, it didn't happen. The first month I made $10, and that was from one of my friends. He bought my course. I got $10 share, right? This is what I'm trying to tell you. Be ready for failure because it's part of the process and it is normal. It is okay to fail, right? Everybody fails. Successful people fails. I failed a lot. Everyone around you fail. This is normal. The important thing here is that when you're ready for it, when you accept it with open arms, then you are also ready to look for the problems, right? You don't react emotionally when you fail. You say, all right, okay, we failed. Okay, now let's look at the process and let's find the problems, right? Let's find what were our mistakes. Oh, here we made a mistake. Okay, let's look closely. Okay, here we have another problem, right? So let's fix these two. Let's fix them for now. We fix them, we try again, boom, we fail. This is also normal. Then you keep looking at your process again. Okay, oh, I missed this problem. I missed this mistake. Let's fix that as well. Let's fix this one as well. Let's fix this one as well. And then again you try and you fail, but you get a slightly better result. And you do it again and you get a slightly better result. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, until you get to the goal that you want. This is the path that you should expect. Not, I'm going to start this, I'm going to get to my goal. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to make a lot of money. This doesn't work like this, right? Unfortunately, I still see this in a lot of young people, in older people, in very old people. I still see that people make this mistake. All right, if I get this project and if I start this, it will be a game changer and I will be very successful. I'm sure of it. They will do it, they fail. I have been talking about this for years, like for 7-8 years I'm talking about this specific topic. So back to my story, I made my first course in 2016. In the summer of 2016 I published it. I made $10. The next month I made $40. The next month I made $18, something like that. And I told myself, okay, let's look for problems. I said, okay, here I can do better, here I can do better, here I can do better. And I created 3 more courses. I published them, and little by little my income grew. I remember it was the January of 2017, I passed the $100 income per month. So, okay, we are getting somewhere. You see, we are getting some results. I told myself, all right, let's look again. I must have other problems, other mistakes as well. So I looked closely, I fixed them, I created another course. I get a slightly better result. All the way to the summer, of 2017. And then I was making $300 to $400 per month. It was much better, right? Comparing to the previous year, I was growing. But still, that wasn't the goal that I had. I wanted to get to $1,000 per month on passive income like this. So I kept looking at all of these process of whatever I was doing looking at marketing process, looking at production process, looking at my presentation, whatever I was doing. And I improved different parts of it each time I was trying. Until on November of 2017 that I passed $950 per month, and I was so happy about it. And that was my success point in the course creation process, right? So this is the path that you should get ready for. It doesn't matter what you want to do. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Failure is part of it. I don't say just go for failure. Oh, I'm going to do this to fail. No, I'm telling you to be ready for it. And when it comes, don't react emotionally. It's that simple. Just look at it like a puzzle. Okay. Oh, this is our first failure in this process. Okay, let's find the problems. This means you are growing. Now, there's a question here, which I'm going to let it be for tomorrow. Okay. The question is that, right, I stick to this plan. For how long I need to stick to this plan? Maybe the whole plan is not just working. If I do something that is not working for 10 years, that would be wrong, right? So for what signs we should look to figure out if we must stick to this plan and look for problems, or we just should let it go and start something else. So this is our next topic that tomorrow we are going to talk about. And then again, after that, we will have our trainings and tutorials on AI news, new tools, plugins, and strategies. And again, on the weekend, we will continue on these tips. So I hope you like it, and I hope this comes handy for you. Let me tell you this, that everybody fails. Successful people fail even more than others, right? This is normal. Just accept it. Be ready for it. Okay? So if you are interested in these kind of topics, in these kind of talks, just don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. This way I understand that you are interested in this topic, and I can create more videos for you, especially on the weekend, for self-development and growing ourselves, working a little on our mindset to get better results. And if you are not subscribed, do not forget to subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming videos and trainings. So that was all for today. I will see you tomorrow.